Yay! Oh, here we are, Jason. We are doing the second call of June, which I'm focusing in on the movement from core to boundary, core to membrane, and back to core. So from the inner to the outer to the inner. And we're in this we're in the last um, plane that we're working with, right? We've already done ascending and descending. We've done left, right. We've done front, back. And now we're going for core, going out and coming back into the core. With these 4 movements completed, starting next month, we're going to start going into the more hands-on isn't really the right word, but we're going to start going into an integrative process where we're going to work with all 4 of those at the same time, which is the whole idea of us being able to be pillars of light that have a strong anchor and are able to own the space in all of the aura, own the space in all the aura, and really be able to anchor up to source, ground deep in the earth, and be a pillar of light. So for me, doing the core to boundary and back to core work is my favorite, for sure, because it is the most natural. It's the most natural flow of energy within you. We don't necessarily realize that, but that's why 2 weeks ago I worked with the core star a lot. I wanted you to understand it like that, like beyond the concept of having a body with a head and arms and legs and a central line and a spine and all this stuff. Beyond any of that stuff that's related to form, beyond any of that, the best metaphor and image for you to work with to understand what you are is the concept of a star. It's the concept of a ball of light that emanates and receives. That's closer to what you truly are than most of what you can experience here on Earth. So 2 weeks ago, I worked with the core star, and tonight we're going to work deep in the sacred heart space. And that's very yummy because, oof, so much I want to say about this, but I want to say that is literally the journey you are on as a soul in a human form, is the journey back into your heart. That's it. Like, in a nutshell, whatever you think is going on, whatever your purpose you think is here, whatever twinker, tinker stuff you think you're here to do in the world and in the dream state, the deepest reality and truth of your incarnation is to fully embody yourself within the space of your sacred heart, which basically means embodying your soul. Your soul is way bigger than your body, but where you can most deeply connect to your soul reality is through your heart. And I'm not talking about your emotional heart. I'm talking about your spiritual heart. It's way deeper than the heart that you use to have emotional relationships with other people. It's not that. We're not talking about that at all. We're talking about your spiritual heart, also called the sacred heart. I think anyone watching this video or on this call, you have all seen these images through the Christian folklore of the heart of Jesus. And it's like a heart with a crown, and there's like fire all around it. That crown represents the crowned heart, which is like the heart crowned by Christ consciousness. That's what the sacred heart space is. And that's where we're going tonight. I want to say a couple of things before we go there, because I've been kind of unfolding and talking a little bit about quantum stuff. And this very much applies here as well. We're going to go into this more next month, but on the Hawkins scale of consciousness, you've got stuff going on below 200. You got stuff going on between 200 and 500. And then above 500, it's like a whole other ballgame to everything that's gone before that. So between 0 and 200 is very much your primal instincts, right? So that we share with animals. It's the brainstem, the limbic brain, and the cortex. It's the animal brain to which this new section got added. But for most people in humanity, especially those that are in horrible living conditions, it is still animal instincts running the show. So competition, protecting my family against an outsider. It's like all these things that we see in the animal kingdom. A lot of humans are still functioning pretty much only from there. Once you pass the 200 threshold, you're finally able to function outside of the field of fear. Everything below 200 is fear-based. As soon as you hit that 200 level, which is when you have the courage, it's like in the Hawkins scale, he talks about pride is right below 200 and courage is right above 200. So when you're able to let go of pride and actually like have the guts and the courage to go forward with whatever, to trust in your heart, to, trust in someone else, to open up your heart, to start the journey of your consciousness towards your heart, that leap, it's like a quantum leap, and it's the first one. It's the first quantum leap. It brings you into the space where all of a sudden there's willingness. There's the courage to go, the willingness to go, the willingness to become neutral about things that you thought were so important. I have to be right about this or whatever. And all of a sudden you start being able to be like, maybe I'm right, maybe I'm wrong. And so if you're below 200, that's unacceptable. You have to be right or else you're going to die. But that space between 200 and 500, you start going into, what's the word I'm looking for? Goodwill towards other humans. The willingness to trust in people's good intentions. The willingness to decide that you will function from good intentions instead of from egoic, self-interest and things like that. And that slowly brings you up. As you let go of what was holding you stuck in lower levels, you just naturally come up. You naturally come up. So you go from these like primal instinct emotions governed by the guts. And you slowly start coming into, okay, goodwill towards other humans, making this conscious decision and having the courage to trust that there's a master plan, there's a higher intent going on, there are benevolent forces in the universe that are supporting you and guiding you. And that helps you move forward. Eventually you start being able to access a space of intellect, of thought, that is no longer governed by lower frequency emotions. And that's a very interesting place to be. That's where most great thinkers have gotten to. Most of the great works, Einstein and, Newton and all these big names, you get to a place where you are able to reason without low frequency emotions getting in the way, which affects how you reason, right? And then you're just about to hit, right? 499 in the Hawkins scale is the last little chunk of reason before you hit the 500, which you enter the sacred heart space, is when you enter the love field. And from that field, everything changes. That's the big second quantum leap, and it's a big one. There's stuff after that too, but that's more like when you're like deep in the enlightenment path and you're starting to face the no self, and like we don't need to worry about that. That starts happening on its own when you're actually able to live in the 500 field all the time. Most of us in deep meditation, we get to touch the 500 field, but most of the time we're kind of like, we're swimming a little bit lower. Now, when we touch the 500 plus field, we start entering a deeply subjective space. It is a space of experiential subjectivity. You experience directly, not through the mind, not through the intellect and its conceptual, linear way of looking at things. You start having a direct experience of what it is like to be with a capital B, to be the subject, to be the self with a capital S. And that's what we all crave, whether or not we understand it. If I'm able to say something and it touches you really deeply, it's not me that said something and it touched you. It's the self with a capital S that has expressed something, and it resonates within yourself with a capital S because it is the same self. This gets super trippy. If I say something that moves you, I didn't do anything. The self that we both are spoke through me and was heard through you. Like, how trippy is that? Come on. My God. So, for us to go and play in the sacred heart space, that is us tapping into the self with the big S. Tapping into the sacred heart space is us coming into the field of truth. And there's like a paradox here, because the only way you will ever truly know, with a capital K, the truth with a capital T, is through the subjective embodiment of yourself. Like, for those of us that have gone to university or have had, there's that differentiation. There's subjective things and objective things, and we've kind of been trained that objective things are true and subjective things aren't. They're your, personal little way that you experience things based on your childhood, based on your this, based on your that, So that's not at all what I'm talking about here when I'm talking about subjective with a capital S. The subject, the capital S self, is one. We all have the same one. That's the subjectivity we're talking about. The experienced realization of what it feels like to know God, to know the divine essence that you are. And even though it's subjective, everyone that has subjectively experienced it know that it is one and the same thing. It is the same thing. It's raining super loud. I don't know if you hear me well. It is the same self. There is no duality. There is no duality within the heart, the spiritual heart. There's no possibility of duality there because it knows with a capital K, the truth with a capital T of the self with a capital S. KTS, know the truth of the self. Know the true self. Oof. When? When? When doesn't even make sense, because if you touch the subjective experiential reality of being in your heart, there is no when and there is no where and there is no time and space left. But I will use the word when anyways, because I'm trying to work with my mind right now. When you touch that space of the Sacred Heart frequency, something incredible happens in your body and in your mind. When we come from the Sacred Heart space, when we emanate it outwards, your mind receives the ultimate food it has always been looking for. The food, the food that shuts it up in the most positive way, because it is so overwhelming. The love deep in you is so overwhelming for the mind that it can do nothing else than go, oh, whoa. Imagine that positive overwhelm. Yes, it exists. Love is so overwhelming for the mind that finally it stops seeking. It stops talking. It stops trying to fix and control and manipulate. It finally, it receives the subjective experience that you can only have here. It receives it. And the mind finally goes, oh, oh, okay, I get it. I finally get it. And it sits that. That's peace. That's what peace feels like. And in your body, so that's what happens in your mind. What happens in your body when that Sacred Heart flow, when that energy of the Sacred Heart finally is experienced subjectively by you because you've fully gone back in there and you just let go in it. The mind receives peace, and what your body receives is as important. Your body is governed by instincts. Your body is governed by a drive to survive. And that's okay, because you're playing in this little dream where you got a body and you got to be careful, because if you run down off a cliff, you're going to hurt yourself. What the body receives when you finally come back to the subjective experiential reality, the capital R, of the love that you are, is your body finally receives what it needs to trust. It's a very interesting concept. Trust is physical. Trust is not mental. Doubt is mental, but trust is a physical vibration in your body of everything is fine. Like, I want you to let this sink in for a second. It is only within your body. It is only within your physical body that you can know and feel trust. So as the Sacred Heart space expands, your instincts, your guts receive the energetic food that they need to be able to send the message to your body, we're safe. And it is through the opening of the Sacred Heart space that its emanations that go into the mind let it know, oh, I can relax. I can step back and experience peace. So this is huge. This is huge. Peace is in the mind. Trust is in the body. And they become allies. They like the alliance that this creates in you to be working with a body that is relaxed, and that trusts, and a mind that is calm and knows peace, is that you can finally walk in the world with an open heart. You can finally walk in the world with the most important energy center, the most important tool you have is your spiritual heart. And, they talk about like manifest, law of attraction, all that bullshit. Like, it's not bullshit, but it's very limited the way they see it. They see it as a cause and an effect, right? So it's like, if I like mentally like think about this Lamborghini that I want, and then I like make believe that I already have it. So then I generate all these emotions like, oh yeah, I'm driving it and it's awesome and it's this and it's that. And it's like, yeah, sure, you can bring shit into your life like that. Or you can quantum leap that stuff to a completely other level by having a heart that it's an obturateur, it's called, uh, by being so aligned in your heart and its toroidal field that the things come into your life not because you're like, just because you're open. You're open to receiving them. And then the natural process of life can just happen. Everything's already there. All the potentials are already there. What determines if they actualize or not? If you get out of this place of like, I have to make effort and think about it and send intentions and this and that. No, you don't have to do any of that. You just need to learn to truly come back to your heart. And from here, feed the head, feed the guts. Let the whole system know it is safe to trust. It is safe to tap into peace. And it is safe to just let the things come. This is the beauty of the quantum understanding. That's what it understood. Cause and effect is bullshit. It's the linear egoic mind that thinks like that. Everything is coming in and out of, raw potential, manifestation, actualization, back in there, and it's all doing it based on your field, based on what's in it, based on your level of consciousness, based on the karma you came in with, based on a bunch of stuff. All that's like brewing around in this little like ocean of infinite potentials. And where you bring your attention is what has the most determining, I want to say, the most, determine is a very tricky word to use right now. Like, it's hard to talk about this stuff because it's not linear. So here I am trying to like find a linear way to explain to you something that's not linear. It's very tricky. All I can say is that it unfolds, it emerges, it pops in and out of existence based on the frequency you're emitting. But everything's already there. So you're not causing anything to happen. Nothing in your life is an effect of something you've done. It's all just moving around in this quantum soup of infinite yumminess that's waiting to know where you're going to put your attention. Where attention goes, energy flows. I was listening to a call of one of my mentors that I really enjoy her stuff, and she said the most beautiful sentence in the middle of the call: your soul service is your attention. Where you, as a conscious being, choose to direct your attention, that's the service. That's the service of your soul in this world. How beautiful is that? Never mind like this big purpose of I don't know what I got to do, and if I don't do it, I failed my mission. And so us getting on a call like this and we're going to spend like an hour going into that sacred heart space and expanding it and sending it through all the layers of the field. That's sustained attention. and willingness to be there doing that for no other reason than to do it. Not because, oh, I'm going to do that and then later I'm going to feel good. I'm going to do that and later I'm going to have more of this. No, no, no. It's devotion. It's devotion. We're going to do this just because that's what we are. And that's what we prefer. And that's what we choose to do. We choose to expand in the love that we are. We choose to be on this journey of constantly just letting go of what no longer serves us, letting go of the thoughts and the feelings that keep us in certain places. We let go more and more and we expand. The more we let go, the more we expand. The more you let go of what you're holding, the more you float up. You don't need to swim up. You don't need to effort. You need to let go of whatever you're holding up here and down in your guts. So, oof, have I managed to say everything I wanted to say? One last thing I want to say. I was talking about that. When I say something that resonates deep in you, it's not me, Julie, saying something to you. You know, it's not small self to small self. It's just weird to understand. Because if it was small self to small self, me saying it to you all of a sudden would mean that you now have it and I don't have it anymore. Which clearly you know that's bullshit. I'm sharing something with you and it amplifies it, right? So that's not ego reality. I'm not saying something that you're like, oh, let me eat that and then let me figure out how I'm going to use it and do the. No, we're doing big S, big S self, talking to big S self. And what that is doing is simply activating what's already in you. No one's putting anything in you. I'm not putting anything in you. I just open up my heart and I let it talk and it just activates what's already there in me. Because it's all already in you. Your enlightened ascended self is already there. This is just, we're just kind of clearing out the clutter and having fun finding what allows us to remember. To remember something means it's in you. You might have forgotten it, doesn't mean you lost it. So let's remember that and please try to go about your daily life from a place of devotion. In a place of devotion of, it's not even like, this is the tricky thing too. Devotion doesn't mean I'm going to give my life to God. God doesn't need you to give it anything. God's everything. God doesn't need anything. Devotion is about you recognizing what you already are and where you come from and where you are and living from there. And it's like, an example of that is like doing the dishes to do the dishes. Doing the dishes to be in an act of devotion towards the dishes, not doing the dishes to have a clean kitchen so I can go relax later. So just that deep devotion, that deep devotion of everything you're doing it because you are the essence unfolding, emerging, remembering what it is. You are God's creation, coming back to realizing what it is. And devotion is celebration. It's about celebrating. It's not about, I need to do these things or else, blah, blah, blah. Fuck all that shit. You're doing it because you're alive and it's awesome. Let's see. Anything else I want to say? We're done. We're done. It's been a while since we've had a meditation that we really just went to hang out in the sacred heart space and just really flow from there. So I'm super, super happy we're going to do that. To anyone watching this video on YouTube, if you want to come and experience our work together, reach out. There's a process you can apply. And it's also possible to buy the meditation that we're going to do right now if you want to just purchase it alone. That said, thanks for listening.